No wonder you don't have any friends.
Wow. Only a true friend would be that truly honest.
Listen!
If you've never seen Shrek, chances are that you still know these two iconic characters. But did you know they first appeared in a book published a decade before the first movie's release date? It is a shame how few people know of, and even fewer have read the book, so I'll try to do it justice here and spread this masterpiece that inspired the DreamWorks masterpieces. Let's delve right in. The book Shrek was both written and illustrated by William Steig in his 80s. It is very surprisingly follows the story of an ogre named Shrek, who is uglier than both his parents combined, could spit flames and bars 99 yards and vent smoke from his ears, caused snakes to convulse and die if they bit him, smelled so foul that trees and flowers bent away from him, glared heat beams, and could eat lightning. In the beginning of the book, Shrek gets literally kicked out by his parents and then meets a witch who tells his fortune in exchange for some of his rare lice. His fortune is that he'll meet a donkey who will take him to a knight looking for a fight, and he'll meet a princess uglier than him whom he'll marry. However, before his fortune comes true, he has bigger issues to deal with, such as stealing dinner from a peasant, which he heats up using the before-mentioned heat beam glare. After dinner, and some more terrorizing of the general populace, rain rolls in, and Shrek is so repulsive to the lightning and thunder that lightning decides to strike him, but fails as he simply ate it, causing the weather to follow after everyone else and also depart from the path of the ogre. He then went on to the edge of the woods, where a sign warned of danger, which turned out to be a dragon that Shrek quickly dispatched by blasting blue flames between his eyes. What happens next is quite interesting, as Shrek falls asleep and has a nightmare about being in a field of kids who keep hugging and kissing him. This was the only thing that he had no defense for, which makes sense, as nightmares usually are impossible to deal with unless you wake up, which is what he did. As he continues his wandering, he finally finds our beloved side character who doesn't play quite as large a role in the book as he does in the movies, and meets a donkey. Upon saying the magic words which the witch told him earlier, apple strudel, the donkey begins his blabbering, and no time is wasted by this quote directly from the book. "You jabbering jackass," Shrek screamed. "Aren't you supposed to take me somewhere?" The donkey does indeed take the ogre to the knight guarding the princess, and when Shrek claims his intent to wed the princess, William Steig once again cooks up one of the dialogues of all time. "Over my dead body," roared the fearless knight. "Over your dead body," Shrek agreed. At this point, Shrek truly shows off how flames aren't the only thing he can spit, as he spits some bars in a rap battle with the knight. "Not so brave, thou churlish knave, do me the honor and step aside, so Shrek can go and meet his bride. Magician's mercury, plumber's lead, I'll smite your stupid, scabby head." I'd say Shrek won the battle simply because the knight smote first, and he who smites first is usually the one who loses the rap battle. However, if that isn't enough evidence for you, Shrek spits some absolute fire, causing the knight to jump into the castle's moat in order to cool off. Shrek proceeds to cross the drawbridge and enter the castle, where he sees hundreds of hideous creatures that spook him so much that he couldn't even spit flames. And for the first time, he ran in fear. And then they mimicked him, so he fought and struck glass. Upon doing so, he realized that he was surrounded by mirrors, and he is delighted by his own horrendousness. Finally came the fairy tale ending. The prophecy fulfilled, the fortune foretold. Shrek finally saw the princess, with looks that can kill. From horror, of course. Shrek serenaded her with insults, and she retorted likewise, both falling in love with each other and getting married as soon as possible. The end. Or is it? Now, you may remember a little scene from a movie that played in the beginning of this video. That scene, of course, comes from the movie Shrek, which was loosely based off the book Shrek. Shrek was the fourth highest grossing film in 2001, the year it was released, making over $484.4 million, and the sequel, creatively titled Shrek 2, made over double the first film at over $932.5 million. Making it the highest grossing film of the year of its release, 2004. After those two monumental successes, Shrek III was released in 2007, grossing over $813.3 million, followed by Shrek Forever After in 2010, grossing just barely over $752.6 million. Those of you who are better at math than me may have realized that that only equals to a little less than $2,983 million, and that is because another furry companion introduced in Shrek 2 got two of his own movies that can contribute their success to the Shrek franchise, which stems from the book, so I still consider Puss in Boots, released in 2011, and Puss in Boots The Last Wish of 2022, and they're combined over $1.04 billion gross as part of Shrek's $4 billion empire. And if you don't, then there are still other Shrek-themed theme park rides and video games, definitely merchandise that probably do make the Shrek's empire, well, worth more than $4 billion. If you don't count those either, then Shrek 5 is set to release next year and hopefully will push the total gross past $4 billion. That's all. That's the story of Shrek for now. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like the video, comment your favorite Shrek fact, and subscribe for more interesting videos in the future.